sick of that damn lady getting up talking about somebody owe her some money. Why are you here, lady? What's her name? Grandberry? Ugh. Lady works my nerve. I don't know about any of you all, but that lady works my nerve. That Grandberry lady. She literally got back up in the meeting yesterday and said, I ain't trying to cause no problems, y'all. But 3 things I don't worry about is my money, my time, and my grandbabies. Forget the kids. I'm like, all right. Lady Cranberry, Lord, Jim C, thank you. That's what listen here. Oh, thanks. Okay, Gail, good. I finally got connected. I had to get my laptop out. Yep, good, awesome. Let me tell y'all something. If you do not have a contract approved and granted by the board of trustees in the local ordinances as well as state statutes, a government entity is required to have an RFP or some sort of competitive bidding measure and a contract agreement for vendor services. So if they never had it, they've been doing it wrong the whole time. If she was able to, if she was able, I sent you an email with Emmy. Okay, cool. I'll check it out, Saint. If she was able to sing and perform, even when Frank Zuccarelli was alive in his position, watermark your document, LLC. Oh, I did think about that. You know what? I need to add it on. Thank you. It's a good idea. Add a watermark on. I have to probably do it with Adobe. Just add in a watermark or something, or have it. You know what? I thought I had my logo as my watermark. The FOIA documents. Oh no, I'm gonna make sure I have a watermark on that because that's not something that's just available. It's something you got to FOIA and get. Like I said, if Frank Zuccarelli was still alive and he was just allowing her to perform and stuff without a contract, he was wrong. You have to have a contract agreement with a government entity. That is by federal statute, state law, and local ordinance. So you got 3 levels of damn laws. Grandbaby, Grandberry, grandmama, whatever. Hey, Queen Bee! Queen Bee! Grandberry, Cranberry, Lady Juice. Lady Grandmama Juice. Whatever you want to be called for the moment. The law states you must have an RFP, some sort of request for proposal, and a contract agreement with a government agency. Frank Zuccarelli did not do the right thing if he allowed her to perform without a contract. Because this is a local government entity or township, however you want to put it, it's still a government entity. You must have a contract. I don't care about your word of mouth. I don't care about what you think. A lot of that stuff doesn't fly in court either. You go in there talking about we had a verbal agreement, and then the other party is like, no, we didn't. We had nothing. And then, of course, they're going to lie. And now you're going back and forth. It's just your word against the other party. This is why it's okay to have things in writing if you're doing things the right way. And Grandberry, I don't know who she talked to, Angela, Angie, whoever that was, did not speak on behalf of the entire board and cannot just give you service, allow you to perform a service on behalf of a government entity as a vendor without a contractual agreement approved by the board of trustees. They do not single-handedly have the power to do that. This is just from like, you know, reading, researching, right? Here in the LLC, reading is fundamental. I believe in educating. You're never at a point where you've arrived and you know everything. All right, and I always try to show my best to let you all like see that I live by that creed. That's why I read and research information. I'm not at the point where I know everything. I'm still learning. But this woman could literally just Google that, and then if you got a contract, please produce it. We all want to see this contract. Because somehow it went from y'all owe me 8,000 to 1,000 to another 8,000, or 1,000 is gonna go up and stack on thousands on top of thousands on top of thousands. It's gonna keep stacking. And by this point next month, it'll be at 15,000. Who knows? She just throwing numbers out there. No one understands what the hell she's talking about. You wanted to see, you said it didn't go through in the last meeting, or well, you know, I asked Angie about it. She said it didn't go through because I went over that video. I literally went over it. I even turned on the captions so y'all can see what she was saying in the words. And she said it did not go through. That means that even if you had a contract drafted, submitted, it was not approved. They owe you nothing. They don't have to honor any part of a contract that the board did not approve, which must be in place by law, because you're talking about contracting with a government entity. Stop playing with me. Listen here. Lady Cranberry Juice, we're not in the mood, girl. Thank you, Kadia. Thank you, Queen B Reacts. We gotta definitely, next time you on live, hopefully I can catch a live with you. We schedule one. Let's schedule do a live together. That'd be fun. But yeah, man, listen. Lady Cranberry Juice, you effing up. Girl, we can't take it. We just can't take it. So you got to calm down, girl. You gotta calm down. There's no way anyone is paying you $8,000 or $1,000 or $10 for a contract that don't exist, that must be signed by law when you're contracting with a government entity with no RFP either. You have nothing. You have nothing at all. So, y'all, this is what we are like. And to see that again, it's like, okay, so no one is telling her to Google this stuff and look it up. No one's going to tell her you need to read this information. The person she talked to, that Angie person, needs to say something. And the board needs to say, this is how the law works. And say, no, ma'am, we're not paying you. Then, and keep living. Don't keep entertaining her. I mean, she keep getting up there talking. But all she was doing was running off and flapping off at the mouth for the second time about a contract they never signed and agreed upon. Most of them didn't even know what the hell she was talking about. Stephanie Wiedemann looked like she was lost 90% of that whole spiel. She was like 90% of that whole spiel. She was like is this woman speaking words? It's like a foreign language. It says, what is she saying? What's she saying? We owe her. Hell no. What the hell she talking about? God, get your ass out of here. That's exactly what it, like half of them wanted to say, like instant. Hell, she say. Hey, girl, we ain't paying you no damn money. Bye. We broke. Yeah, that meeting was, oh my God. It was like, and then they egging her on, y'all. They egging her on. People egging her on. Oh, they ain't paid you yet? Pay her with what? Monopoly money? Pay her yet? Can we see the contract first? Girl, child. Ignorant loud speak. You, what? It's a township employee. I said that in the video I went over. When I went over the first meeting, she said she worked for the township for 12 years. I looked her up. She is an active employee of Thornton Township. So I looked her up, and I'm sitting here like, you already work for the township, which I found to be fishy in and of itself, right? You work for the township, and then you're standing here saying that you had a contract they need to honor, that you admitted they did not even approve, it didn't go through. I don't remember the position, but she said she's been there for at least 12 years. It does show that she's been there for 12 years. I'm trying to donate some stuff at Goodwill, y'all. I'm constantly dropping stuff off at Goodwill because my kids outgrow everything. But yeah, she said in the last meeting, I worked for the township for over 12 years. So you're an employee trying to be a vendor, knowing laws exist, and you didn't sign an agreement? You didn't make sure that the contractual agreement went through with the board. And then you're talking about somebody named Angie who's not there, who's not on the board of trustees. They probably trying to figure out who the hell is Angie. We were all lost the first time she spoke. She just doubled down on this confusion and then got egged on. When neither one of them Googled why you need a contract when you've been contracted with a government entity. Neither one of them wanted to take time to Google that up real quick. On their phone, they could have Googled it and looked it up. It's not a hard concept. Now, hold on a second. I have a feeling I'm going to have to drop this bag off because, oh, Lord, hold my mule. For you not to know the law on vendors having contracts is disturbing to me. shows a profound lack of knowledge. I'm not going to say ignorance, even though that is the epitome of the lack of knowledge and the definition of that term. I just wish they would take time to Google this stuff in real time while you're running off. Before you get up and make a comment about somebody not paying you, just say, listen, let me Google this right quick. I need to have a contract. Oh, okay, I need to have it. Oh, okay, it's by law. Got it. Let me read and make sure I know what the hell I'm talking about. Did she get it signed? Yes, she said. Yes, she did. Hold on. They keep letting Tiff educate them. Which means they're not getting educated. She didn't educate herself on anything. And there's nothing she could teach anybody. You got to know how to read, super stupid. You got to know how to read to educate someone. Never signed. I'm sure it wasn't. And on top of that, I just want to see the proposal. That's all it can be at this stage. If it's not signed on and agreed and approved by the Board of Trustees by law, all it is a proposal. That doesn't mean that you're guaranteed the work. That's like a disclaimer that's in all of these requests for bids or proposals from any government entity. They will tell you in a hot minute that submitting this proposal does not guarantee you a contractual agreement. It just doesn't. And with any government entity, federal statutes don't care about verbal anything. They don't care about verbal agreements. You got to have an RFP to show that there was a competitive bidding process. This is by laws, y'all. And you must have a contractual agreement signed by any government entity between the government entity and the actual vendor. So she just SOL. You shit out of luck, lady. Lady Grandberry, juice, grandmama. Listen, you SOL. Someone, and you keep expecting this money, and then you're gonna go to court and try to sue them and humiliate yourself, because then it's gonna come up that you're an employee there as well. So what type of arrangement was that, where you were just automatically given an opportunity to sing and perform for the same government entity that you have, full-time employment with? How do you think that's going to look in court with you? Because in my mind, I'm hearing conflict of interest, especially when you did not have a contract done or even an RFP. They would have to prove that they allow other people to come in and, place in a bid or proposal or whatnot, that they had that actually occurred. They would have to prove that by law, that they, as a government entity, allow other vendors to submit proposals. And then they would have to have proof that they talked about it in a board meeting. What are board meeting minutes? Or the meeting agenda for this, where you came up as a vendor and the board approved and agreed to you being the vendor to go sing at an event. Where is that at? All those things have to be in place when you talk about going to court. So if she really want to embarrass herself, great, go to court. But if you want to be taken serious and not have your employment questioned, you might want to shut the up and go sit down somewhere and enjoy your time with your grandbabies that you're not for play with. I mean, none of this is going to work out well. It's not going to fare well for you. And in the court, first of all, good luck to finding an attorney that'll just pick that up. You have to pay them more money than what you're asking for from this so-called imaginative, this figment of your imagination with this contract. She asking for $8,000 or $1,000. Hey, Skeeter. Yeah. You're going to end up paying that in attorney's fees. And you're not an attorney, and you will definitely go in there and put your foot in your mouth. So she would end up paying more money to try to pursue this in a court of law by getting an attorney who still probably wouldn't take the case, because you don't have any grounds. There's no merit to this. It's just, I submitted a proposal, and that was pretty much it. That's where the facts stop right there. Everything else is speculative and what you assume and theorize, and no one cares about that. That's not how it works in court. It's just not how it works. Like it says in my contract. No, it says in your proposal. Use the right word here. It says in your proposal that you get paid X amount of dollars. But they have to agree to even sign that agreement, that contract, to even honor that portion of it. And no one has to uphold your proposal. They don't owe you that, girl. Y'all, I was watching that. I was like, oh God, here we go again with this lady. So hopefully that's a better breakdown for people to understand the differences in having contracts with just somebody like Siggy versus a contract with a government organization that is not for play. It's just, what are we doing? It's like, what are we doing here?